What you see before you is a production possibility curve. This is a useful tool. The production possibility curve is a graphic measure, of the maximum amount of goods that can be produced. We're using two dimensions, or two types of products, although in the real world you could have an infinite number of products. But since we're pretty much held to two and maybe implicitly three variables, we will either have on the two axes consumer goods and all other goods such as investment goods, public goods, so forth, investment goods being capital. Or if you want, and some of you've seen the portrayals of war and peace goods in wartime. Now remember, there are more than two goods, but we're going to assume that there are only two goods. Now what it means then is we go up the vertical axis, we're talking about consumer goods, farther from the origin, the great amount of consumer goods. And notice that if all resources are devoted towards consumer goods, it's where the production possibility curve intersects the vertical or consumer goods axes. Now, by shifting resources from consumer goods to producer goods, we change the mix and decrease the amount of consumer goods, increase the amount of capital goods to nothing. But notice that the curvature that we're showing is concave to the origin, which means diminishing returns is set in. That is to say that the efficiency of producing more and more capital goods diminishes as we produce more and more capital goods. If there was no such thing as diminishing returns, but constant returns, it would be a straight line as opposed to concave to the origin. Now, in a macro sense, recessions mean that we're not fully using our productive resources. Therefore, the combinations that we could achieve of consumer and producer goods will fall within the production possibility curve. In other words, the consumption investment goods or other goods possibility curve will be closer to the origin. And that's the cost of a recession or depression in terms of capital goods. If we move to the right and see the horizontal distance between the actual combination we have and the production possibility curve, or if we go up vertically to the production possibility curve, it tells you the cost in terms of consumer goods. That's why they're bad. We have a lower standard of living. This could also be achieved by a micro condition of inefficiency, where we just have inefficient methods of production. We get this in international trade, where we have, for example, unions arguing that we're losing jobs to the other world because we're importing and they want to stop imports. The problem is that the goods are moving, the production is moving towards other countries because higher wages, for example, higher benefits have caused labor to become more expensive, and we've lost, in a monetary sense, our comparative advantage. And so the cause of that is not just imports. The cause of it is the excessive compensation above their opportunity cost to to workers in the auto industry. You see a lot of muddled thinking out there, and you have to be able to straighten it out to get to the better answers for society, the better policies. Anyways, if technology were to improve, so we get more output, more goods and services from the inputs we have, the productive resource we have, or if we get more productive resources, then we can produce beyond the existing production possibility curve. In effect, the production possibility curve will shift outward from the origin, enabling us to have more goods and services of anything we want. What you see before you is a production possibility curve.